Most new limo businesses never get out of the driver's seat, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over how Ravon from Ravon's Private Rides scaled to 7 vehicles and more than 10x'd his revenue in about a year's time. And if you stick to the end of the video, I'm going to be going over the secret to his success and how really any limo business can have the same success given they have the assets in place that he did. Ravon found me online in June of 2022. And I still remember we spoke and he had a pretty fascinating story. He had actually immigrated to the US from Iraq back in 2016. And fast forward about 6 years and he was driving for Uber Black, and come to find out he had a wife, a young kid, and he contacted me wanting to find out more about our marketing services. And so I explained kind of how it worked to him, and I was surprised that he was willing to spend over $2,000 a month coming from Uber Black, being a brand new limo business owner, which seems pretty risky when you have a wife, a kid, and all of these bills to pay. And it also isn't typical because what I've found for many new limo businesses, they get most of their work from affiliate work, meaning they are getting business from other limo companies. Now, Ravon, rather than do that, he wanted to go right ahead and get his own clients and then farm the extra work out to other limo companies. What a lot of limo businesses don't realize is really whether you're getting your own clients or you're doing affiliate work, in essence, you are still paying money. When you're getting your own clients, you are charging them more. When you're doing affiliate work, you are taking a lesser rate. So the difference between what you would be charging the end client and what you're getting for that affiliate job times 30, 40, 50 jobs, it likely is over several $1,000s a month. However, there is a lot more risk involved when you are doing your own marketing. So how did Ravon get these crazy results? So this is how he did it. So first things first, what you need to decide is what advertising channel do you want to focus on? I see it all the time where a limo business comes to me and they want to do Google ads, they want to do Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and they want to do SEO, and their revenue is around $10,000 or $15,000 a month. So if that's you and your revenue's lower, or even if you're $1 million a year limo company, what I suggest doing is you want to pick an advertising platform and really nail it and get a positive return on investment from that platform. Then pile as much money as you can into that platform, because the nice thing about paid advertising is once it's working, once it's profitable, on most of these platforms you can easily scale, meaning if you're only spending $500 a month but you know you're profiting, you can double, triple, 10x that spend in many markets and double, triple, and 10x the profit that you are making. But the key is to pick one platform and really nail that platform before you find another. Okay, number 2. You need to have some sort of landing page, some sort of website that someone can go to request more information, to call you, to request a quote. And if you're doing paid advertising, really you just need a one-page landing page, and it just needs to have certain elements on it. Element 1, you need to have a phone number that's easily visible, not tiny, above the fold, meaning as soon as you land on that page, as soon as you click the link, land on the page, you see that phone number above the fold, meaning you don't have to scroll. You want that number to be clickable. What I also suggest is having some sort of live chat or some sort of quote form, because look, not everyone wants to hop on the phone and have a conversation. If it's just an airport transfer, many times they just want to fill out a quick form and get a quote via SMS. Next, you want to make sure you have some sort of reviews. Social proof is so important. When someone lands on your page, you want them to be able to find the reviews on that page without needing to research your company and go somewhere else. So I suggest having a Google business profile set up. It's completely free to do. If you just search how to set up a Google business profile, you'll see how to do it. They mail you a postcard, and within about a week or two, you can start receiving Google reviews. Now you might be asking, well, Mark, that's great and all, but I don't have any clients. How can I get reviews? Well, what if you are driving Uber Black? What I would suggest doing is, why don't you ask some of those Uber Black clients to leave you a review? Next time they're getting out of your car, you just text them the link to leave you a review, because reviews are very handy. And what I would do is just literally screenshot those Google reviews or Yelp reviews and actually put them onto your page and put them right below the call button or your form, right below the call to action, because you always want your social proof next to your calls to action. And the main thing with landing pages is don't overcomplicate them. You don't need to have a huge website you send people to. Again, I recommend just having one page with these few elements on it. Less is more with landing pages. Just remember, it needs to be very clear the action you want the user to take once they land on your page. Okay, next with Ravon, we used a CRM. Now at our agency at Limo Marketer, we use High Level. And the reason I like using a CRM, now it's not completely necessary, but I do recommend somehow tracking the number of leads you're getting and the number of sales you're making, because at the end of the day, if you're not making more than you are spending, you're losing money. And for a platform to be viable in this industry, you really want to be making at least 4 to 5 times what you are spending on that platform to really make a profit, because of course you have all these other expenses, right? Overhead, insurance, maintenance, gas, you name it. There's lots of different expenses. So you want to make sure you're profitable, and having some sort of CRM that can, track the number of bookings you're getting. High Level also has an automated SMS follow-up that we use for all of our clients. So when you quote someone and maybe they don't give you a yes or a no right away, it's going to send follow-up text messages a day later, 2 days, 3 days later, until they get back to you and let you know, do they want to book or not? Also, another benefit is it follows up with them and asks them to leave a review, which again, I cannot overstate this. Reviews are critical to the success of your business. Okay, number 4, and this is really the most important part, the platform. Whether that's Google, Bing, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, SEO, is completely up to you. Now, I'll just give my 2 cents here. I am a huge fan of paid search marketing, and here's why. When we compare Google Ads to Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, the difference is somebody is actually going on Google Ads because they need that thing. They're literally searching for an airport transfer or a stretch limo or whatever it might be. When somebody is on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, many times they're just killing time. They're scrolling through their feed. And so in a way, you sort of have to get lucky getting someone who's looking for that service, or you have to make some sort of offer to them, give some sort of discount in exchange for them filling out their information. The problem is you just don't have intent with Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, these other platforms. With Google and Bing ads and SEO, you have intent. So what about SEO? Well, I have other videos on this channel that explain why SEO really isn't the best bet for brand new operators, because it takes so long to see any return on your investment, because it takes so long to work. So highly, highly recommend paid search marketing for newer operators. Okay, now for your Google and Bing ads campaign, we need to figure out what sort of settings to use. So first off, I recommend location targeting using a radius, and choose a radius that's around your business. If you live in New York City, you can probably get away with a 15-mile radius around your business, maybe even 10 miles. If you live in a market like Boise, Idaho, you might need to do a much larger radius, like 35, 45 miles around your location. Next, you need to pick the right keywords to use. So if you do black car, which is sedan, SUV, executive sprinters, you're going to be using keywords like car service. So you could put your city name with car service. So Boise car service. You can use your airport code plus car service. So for instance, LEX car service. You could do airport code plus limo service. What I've found is you generally don't want to just use keywords like limo service if all you do is black car, because it's a strange keyword in that if somebody searches limo service, yes, they might be searching for a stretch limo, but they could also be searching for a black car service. So I generally don't recommend keywords like your city name, so like Los Angeles limo service, if you don't have stretch limos. You really want to stick to things like car service, and then in certain markets, keywords like airport transfer, airport transportation, even airport shuttle, I've found works in markets like Houston and Orlando. Generally speaking, it works better in markets I've found that have a cruise port nearby. But all of those different keywords work, and keywords are very important to the success of your campaign. And while I'm not going to go into depth on the types of keywords, I recommend just using phrase and exact match keywords. And if you go on Google, you can research, and also on limomarketer.com, I've got a bunch of blog posts where I kind of go over what kind of keywords and what the difference between phrase and broad match and exact match are. So highly recommend checking that out. Okay, next you need to write your ads, and writing ads has never been easier. I recommend opening up a free account with ChatGPT, signing in, and then have it write out Google Ads headlines for you. Now, it's important, you need to specify, please make these headlines no longer than 30 characters, including spaces. So say that you're a black car chauffeured company in Los Angeles. Let ChatGPT know that, and then say, please write 10 headlines for my company. That's 30 characters, including spaces, 30 characters max. And then it can also write the descriptions, right? Please write 5 different descriptions that are 90 characters, including spaces. And it's that easy. What I don't recommend is going online and copying other ads, because you really don't want to copy your competitors' ads, because you want your ads to stand out and be unique. Once you have a Google Ads account set up, I highly recommend going over to Microsoft Bing Ads, setting up an account, and it's really easy to import your campaign from Google Ads into Microsoft Bing Ads. Now, what I recommend doing is lowering your bids on Microsoft Bing Ads by about half. So if you're bidding at $3 or $4 a click, bid $1.50 to $2 on Microsoft Ads. Also, I'd recommend limiting your budget to around $10 to $20 a day until you're sure that your ads on Microsoft are performing. Okay, awesome. What you guys have all been waiting for. So what's really the secret to success with these paid search campaigns? And really it comes down to one main thing, and that is negative keywords. It is the most important thing. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll notice operators will complain about getting leads from other areas. For people, maybe you have a business in Salt Lake City and you're getting leads from California, or you're getting people calling for your competitors, or they're calling for a shuttle, an individual shuttle, and that's not something you offer. How we block those people from seeing your ads are negative keywords. And here are the different things you want to block. So you want to block cities you don't service. So what I recommend doing is doing a 150-mile radius around you, because those are likely cities you will go to. But anything outside of that radius, you want to add every major city in the US, maybe the top 250 cities, to that negative keyword list. Any city that you do not actually service, you want added to that list. Now you might say, well, Mark, we do worldwide transportation, and that might be true, but you don't want to be getting leads for other markets. You want to spend your money on people that are in your market, because that's where you're going to be the most competitive. Also, airport codes and airport names that you do not service. So for instance, if somebody is in Los Angeles and they're searching JFK airport car service, because airport car service is in their query, a Los Angeles company's ads might show. Only if that Los Angeles company doesn't have JFK in their negative keyword list. So I highly suggest any airport that you don't service, have the airport nickname, the airport code on your negative keyword list. You should also be adding competitors. Yes, you do not want to be showing when somebody is searching for one of your competitors, because that money is better spent on somebody who hasn't already decided to work with a particular company. Also, if you go on Google right now and you search common limo negatives, you'll find a list of a couple hundred words that are just good for any Google Ads account to have. Make sure you look over the list before you just copy and paste that onto your negative keywords. And then finally, things like taxi, Uber, shuttle, lots of these different words, and in some markets, even airport transportation, you might not want to be showing for that because it's just not specific enough, right? You really want to be searching for people that are looking for things like limo service to LAX, because you can be certain that's someone that's looking for a black car service. If somebody just searches airport transportation, they might be looking for a shared shuttle. So we don't want those people seeing your ads. And then finally, what I recommend doing is you want to shop your competitors before you start running ads, because at the end of the day, everything I just went over is going to get you leads for people looking for what you have to offer, where you have to offer it. But when you do get those leads coming in, you need to know what sort of price range you need to be quoting so that you can convert at least a quarter to a third of the leads you get. And so I highly recommend shopping those competitors. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you got some value from this video, please subscribe to the channel, because we're going to try to release 1 to 2 videos a week, and I'll see you guys on the next video.